We can move on. Because I'm actually really interested
one...
in this last one. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I want to capture a still of one of the candidates looking goofy as hell. But yeah, go ahead and get us started here. I have some thoughts, but go ahead and get us started.
Well, so what spurred this was me seeing a post essentially where someone was like, sort of wistfully being nostalgic about the 2012 Romney-Obama debate and how polite they were, and look at how they treat each other. Like, sure, they disagree politically, but they have some mutual respect. And it was the post blew up with the sentiment of just like, look at how we used to be. And I just am not entirely convinced that this was a better time.
I actually agree with that. That's why I was interested in this conversation. I will say, though.
Yeah.
So you posted a first question. Why did this level of discourse between opponents fall out of favor with the general public? The easy answer is the internet. Do you disagree?
That's interesting. I am more of the opinion that the cynicism in the U.S. has risen to the level where they don't care that politicians be polite anymore.
But why? Right? Like, what caused that? It's the fucking internet. I mean, I could be wrong, dude. I just feel like the internet has...
Well, explain more. Explain.
For me, yes. I feel like the internet has allowed people that otherwise... And dude, this is me bullshitting. Okay, let's be clear here. But I feel like it used to be that you, even if you had weird feelings, like you had hateful opinions, okay, maybe this is post-civil rights era, you weren't readily able to, in your immediate zone in society, your day-to-day life, find refuge for, like, shitty, hateful ideas. And so, like, I feel like that slimmed down the energy in any sort of extremist movement, where, and then that would necessarily expand the amount of more moderate, connected to reality people that you had, as opposed to today where you're slimmed down on the moderate, connected to reality people, because people who might be more extremists can just go online and have their feelings supported, because it's all about community, man. And that's a correct thing about human beings forever. So if you can find a community that makes you feel supported, like I'll never forget watching a Vice documentary back in the day when incels started to be a thing. So this is a while ago now. And they interviewed this guy that just sat in a literally single one room with a bed and a computer and just enough to cook like ramen. And he was like living off welfare and told and interviewed and was just like, all I do is sit here and I log on and I like connect with my community and we just like bullshit. And so like this man, and like I'm not going to get into his views, he was like really weird and extreme again. And this man was able to sit in his room instead of being forced to like interact with society in some way. I don't even care about the welfare. I support people having their basic needs met. He was living in a fucking room with one bed. Anybody who would complain that he's taking from society can go fuck themselves, even though he was a hateful shitbag. People should have their basic needs supported. But he was able to just sit in the room, never leave, but feel supported because he could log on. And these other people who also felt this incel-y way, in this very weird, violent, like shitty way. He was able to just be that, able to live that life because of that support. Whereas, like, you take 100 of those people, what might happen if they don't have that support? Because it was sad as fuck, man. In this interview, this guy would be like, "Oh, I'll log on some days," and like someone might have taken their life the night before. This is what we're, So, that's where it comes from. I know, not scientific at all. Fuck me, it's just my experiences, which is true. But yeah, I
do agree. Yeah. To some extent, the internet has just dragged Discord down as a whole, and I have seen that Vice documentary actually. When you said that,
he's like smoking cigarettes in that room.
Yeah,
he's got a bed and a computer. That's it. Like,
well, it's like a female Vice reporter too, which makes the whole dynamic interesting, right? Because like they hate women, so
yeah.
But he's like weirdly polite and nice.
He
and it's
is.
Like, how are you
right?
How are you in such a weird, hateful space? Like, how is this your every single day existence? That's crazy to me.
Dude,
Like,
true.
if you could
And
just, it just feels like such a waste to
right.
live
And
like
all
that.
that being said, the reason I actually thought this would be a good conversation is because all that being said, I still think this discourse that you shared, this YouTube video of Obama Romney first debate, is insincere and shitty too. I think that I think when I watched this right before we got on, it just, and it's not just this debate. It's whoever. It's like for some reason it's just like maybe more lawyers or like people who think it's polished. I don't know. It just, I've always thought that you could be the kind of politician, and Fetterman kind of was, but he's a little more sloppy than he needs to be. But you could be the politician that connects with people really well, but wears jeans and just collared shirts all the time, and nobody would give a shit. So I don't know what the obsession is with how you look and how you speak, because a lot of people have tried to be Obama copycats with how they talk since then. You ever notice that? It's annoying as shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to remember who used to do that. I feel like Pete Buttigieg used to do that a little bit, but
I
could be
feel
wrong
like
about
somehow he's learned how to be more sincere since he ran and turned me off in 2020. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he's come some way for sure.
But it's the sincerity, right? There we go. I should just say that. That's what it all sums up to. It's like the sincerity.
Yeah.
You have to have that sincerity. And there's something about this debate where even Obama doesn't come across to me as like in his actual sincere person talking. And it felt like you felt that way too. So that's why
Obama?
No, just in general. You started with saying this stuff is not, and I agree with you. It's like it's
Oh,
not.
if it's insincere. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's not. It's not sincere.
I do think another piece of that puzzle, because while online rhetoric has just dragged us all down a little bit in general, just the nature of like the model of how online discourse is generated, I do think that people got sick of the polite discourse because they were feeling so much pain in their day-to-day lives, and it's like somebody smiling at you after having just set fire to your house and like being polite. You know what I mean? It's just something about it rings so hollow when my day-to-day experience is paycheck to paycheck, healthcare isn't guaranteed, jobs are shrinking.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my small town is dying. Walmart's replacing every storefront.
That's
like,
a good point. It's I don't think these people are as plugged into the actual common fucking person as they should be. And I mean, by the time they're on a debate stage as a presidential candidate, let alone all the other stuff we've said here, these people run in circles that are more disconnected from reality. So like on the one hand, I don't really blame them, but like you gotta, I don't know, like a true leader would you know, who knows what we would do if we were in the position, but a true leader would not shun necessarily being like somewhat wealthy, but would shun the trappings of life to really try to like make what's best of the society. And it doesn't feel like that's what this is, you know, at all. So, yeah.
I think it's part of what gave Trump his push, because he stopped the polite discourse, and like people responded really well to that.
I think one side of people responded really well to that, and I think he's been able to capture the base of that side so well to win the 2 elections. But I don't think he, and I know you agree, I don't think he is like the good side of that at all. He's like the shitty, like, cult-like side of it.
Yeah. When he tells journalists they're like mean-spirited for asking a legitimate fucking question, it's like, all right, you're not standing up against the establishment. You're just being a dick, and you don't want to answer for your administration. Correct. Like, what are you doing?
The last thing we should do here, and we'll end it. Who in our mind is the best politician that we can think of, and we'll just keep it to the United States, that actually does connect with the regular person through their choices, their verbiage, and the actions they take more than other politicians?
All time?
Whatever. What do you mean all time? Go ahead.
I'm always a fan of Teddy Roosevelt. Forever will be a fan of Teddy Roosevelt.
FDR's always been my favorite president. But that's okay. Let's do a contemporary then.
Okay.
Let's do a contemporary, because like, anyways, yeah.
It's funny too, because for a very brief period of time, I would have said John Fetterman, and that
Yes.
point of time is so far behind us now.
But we're sickos. We knew John
unfortunately.
Fetterman when he was a mayor of Bradford, Pennsylvania. So
That's right, yeah.
Because he was such a different kind of Democrat, and I was like, wow, that will work. Yeah, right.
Pre-stroke.
Pre-stroke, right. He probably got on our radar. Honestly, you tell me. He probably got on both our radars post-Trump, because anytime what's happening in society will also shift how you think about winning. So I was like, oh, the Fettermans in the Trump era, I think.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. It felt like a breath of fresh air in the Trump era.
Not Fetterman today, though. Bernie's up there. I'm trying to think if I can think of anyone real better than Bernie. I'm not gonna count the Mom Donnies yet, because you have to have actions too. Let's have actions. We're not just gonna have campaigns.
That's way too premature.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, not for nothing, Obama was very charismatic, and he certainly had humble beginnings.
But how connected do you feel like he was to the common man with his decision making, what he did? I just don't think it was great. I think he tried to compromise between the common man and the interests, and that's the best we've gotten. Right, and that's the best we've gotten for the common man.
Jimmy
Carter, I know Biden actually.
Would be a good answer.
No, Biden was actually. I'm not even gonna say him or because but the things that happened in the Biden era, probably better than either 4 years of Obama. But again, does it feel like Biden like truly common man connected on every? No.
I mean, if you're going contemporary, Bernie really is my best bet.
Just Bernie, I cannot think.
Also, part of that answer is I don't know a lot of other politicians.
Tim Walz not bad. Like Tim Walz. Now I'm just trying to think.
Tim Walz is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Walz is fine.
I live where I live, and I don't like Kathy Hochul. She can get lost. We'll be voting against her in the primary. You've heard it first here.
Hasn't that come and gone? Or wait, when is her election?
Well, the obvious too is AOC is up there. I think AOC. I don't give a crap. I wonder how people feel about her even like almost 8 years after. 2026 will be 8 years. Yeah. But she still does a good job. Absolutely being plugged in.
Yeah. We mentioned Buttigieg. He's fine. I'm trying to think of somebody on the right who has what I would deem like humble beginnings, or is at least plugged in with the people, and I cannot think of many. Right? I mean, I will
say off the top of my head, I actually do respect anyone, even if I disagree with them on so many levels. I respect anyone who has the courage to actually vote the way they are and represent themselves in their district. And I think Thomas Massey, dude, politically we fucking would absolutely stab each other in the heart. But don't how do you feel about him? Don't you have a little respect where it's like, no, I'm going to go ahead and vote the way that I do in my principles, and when it goes against your party at that level, I think that takes some good part of you somehow. What do you think?
I honestly am not super familiar with him. The most that I know about him is he didn't vote for Trump's big beautiful bill. That's the most I know about him.
And I just think he actually does have principles he stands on. I think he's proven to me, even though politically we are opposite, that he actually does come from a place that it's like sound, the same place. It's not like, it doesn't feel grifty at all. It's the same place, the same values, the same principles. It's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you mean by I don't know much about him either. I just know that if you buck the Republican Party and you have Republican, it's a pretty big deal these days, just because of what's So yeah.
Trying to think, did Rand Paul vote for the big beautiful bill?
Nope. No. And I have some respect for that vote.
He's principled when it comes to financial things. Not much else, to be fair, but
no, true. He gets,
I'll give him credit for that.
Sure.
Because he's actually fiscally conservative. Yeah, there's not many, and some would say that's part of the problem. Cyril.
Most would say, all would say.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like people got tired of being politely spoken to when things weren't going great in their American experience.
Yeah,
And I
it's
do
not
think
even.
too.
That's not the right way to put it. People don't want to be bullshitted. Like you can still say things not like an asshole, but like you got to be honest about what's happening.
Yeah. I think people also get a great deal of gratification from, like, Trump being on the debate stage in 2016. Early on, he was giving shit to politicians. He was like calling out corruption right to their face.
Yes, and that
which
was different.
People love that.
But he was also like accusing reporters of having periods and being upset. So he was he's an all over the place. Over the shop. But that's how you know his instincts like are not terrible. Because even the bullshit that he did comes from, you know.
I'm just
saying, let's wrap it up, but like circle back
Bernie
to
did the same.
Circle that back to, unless it's the last thing and we'll stop. The Epstein thing where it's like we just said Trump. I've always felt Trump, even at his worst politically, somehow either you felt like he was going to get away with, or you knew that he was navigating how his base and exactly how he should navigate this, being who he is. He did it every time, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be so fascinated to see how this plays out over the next X amount of time, because it's just different.
Yeah.
It's different. I
really hope this really is the thing that pushes the needle. I'm also not convinced that in 5 weeks' time, MAGA is going to be onto something else. I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I don't know.
But we wish people would open their eyes.
We do wish that. Call people out for being shitbags.
Sometimes don't you step back? You either read a scam that someone got involved with, or you kind of think about the things that people believe, and you're just like, how do people not like? How do people not like know this is bullshit? Like, I was watching. What was I watching today? I don't even remember. I was watching something on the drive home, and it was, some more news. Have you ever seen Some More News YouTube channel? I watched some video called "The Right Lies a Bunch 2025 edition," like whatever. And one of the lies was there's a Facebook page that in their like description on their page it says like nothing here is real. But they post things that conservatives lap up. Like they posted when Elon Musk was talking about Social Security fraud, or when Social Security fraud was being kind of talked about, they posted that like AOC had been like cashing in her dead grandma's checks for years, and like she had been committing Social Security fraud. They posted like Jasmine Crockett did the same thing. So like that shit is, and then people lap it up. They share that bullshit and they believe it. Yeah. Not good, dude. Not good. Anyways.
Hey, all right. AI is just gonna make it worse. Good luck, everyone.
It is, dude. Exactly.
Good luck,
You're
everybody.
Just building on this point, homie. It's not. Yeah, it's
fucked.
bad. It's bad.
Get smart or die to the robots.
I always believe in somehow humanity pulling it out, not without casualty. Come on now. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, somehow life.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna completely change gears and say that I'm officially on the economy is going to go fucking weird within the next 3 years train, and it's not gonna be great.
3 months?
I just wanted to immortalize that. 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, I think by the time this 4-year administration is ending, it's gonna be tough. You cannot play games.
I think we're gonna see a massive
dude. Even if you don't ever implement a tariff that necessarily does things that are like so damaging that it moves the whole economy, when you play games like this, nobody can plan anything, and trading relationships are broken down. And that alone, people will feel the impact. Will. And I don't know.
Well, also, yeah. Well, I just feel like faith in the dollar is...
The dollar value is plummeting, dude.
It is. It's not great. But I do think... I don't know what's his face. The leader of the Federal Reserve.
Jerome Powell. J. Powell.
Jerome Powell. There we go.
His
tenure is up in like 14 months, something like that.
May 2026.
And the second that guy is out, Trump is going to put in somebody who just hits the print button, I think. So it might get weird.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's a good point.
It,
If it doesn't happen by May 2026, I wonder.
I just don't know.
And look, I'm still shocked to this day how many people don't know Trump for what he is, even though we've seen this fucking movie time and time again. But I wonder, since you would think the Fed Reserve high-ups, J. Powell, they know who Trump is and what Trump will do. I wonder if they talk behind the scenes, if there's anything they could even possibly do to just, like, not have someone come in and say rates are now 0, have fun. Like,
Could you fucking imagine?
Dude.
Oh my god.
dude.
Oh my god. And there's
Crazy,
no way
bro.
that would happen, right? But
I don't.
if you have somebody who comes in and just starts swinging percentage points every 2
Dude,
months,
all of a sudden, we were America for 250 years. All of a sudden, we're just another Latin American economy. You better not, you blink. You know what I'm saying? And it's
you
bad.
blink, your money's
Yeah, oh,
worthless, bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All monopoly money,
I
baby. You
just-
better keep it flowing.
And also just the weird trends with the way the stock market keeps growing, despite like some flashing red signs, is just such a weird thing to me. I just feel like we're due for a massive correction. But
There's
we'll
some
see.
stats behind that can explain it. And I'm not
As
saying
far
it's
as
the
what?
whole thing or even a part of the thing. But there's been a lot
Okay.
of reporting because people actually can see like numbers of retail investors versus like institutional. Retail investors are propping up
That sounds
this
about
day
right.
and age, yeah.
That does sound
And it's
right.
not even because they're like Trump fans and they're doing that for Trump. No, it's just in the internet
No.
age, investing. If you go on YouTube anywhere, they're investing is such a big thing that, and there's a lot of scam artists out there about it. But it's just such like a big narrative now, and like I think more people
It's
are
so
into a
interesting.
retail level, and yeah.
But like, how long can retail prop it up before things
No,
contract and now retail has no more money to
it's
invest?
going to happen. It's going to happen.
Right?
You know it. I know it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So when retail runs out of that free cash or like whatever cash they have available to invest, like, does that just is that like a bubble collapsing? Like, what does that even mean? It's weird.
Yes, if
We
it
don't love it.
happens that way, yeah. The thing about economies is economies are, especially ours. It is complicated and deep. So
Yeah.
nobody can ever pinpoint when it would happen. There's plenty of times where people think it should happen, and when it does happen, it'll actually happen in a snap, but nobody will be able to pinpoint it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a contradictory.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I am
well.
convinced that snap is coming within the next before Trump is out of office. I'll say
Oh, yeah.
there is going to be and we're going to see where we come out the other side of that. So.
Listen, we'll all
just
enjoy
want
buying our U.S. products at 20 times the price. Go ahead.
Listen, let me ask you this, Si. Does your kid need 30 dolls or just one doll? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Well, since I'm a gay man and I have 0 kids, I would take $2
Wow.
for the sacrifice of the motherland. I
There you
will
go.
slim down my doll collection, just for you.
We appreciate that.
All right.